guys, so on this week's episode of Rippin' and Wrenchin', I'm going to be showing you how to remove, clean, and oil your air filter on a foam filter for a dirt bike. So first thing we're going to want to do is remove the seat. So we're going to have one bolt here and one bolt there. So once we've removed our seat, it'll give us access to the air filter. So there's just one wing nut that threads through the air filter. You want to take that out. Once you've got that out, you want to be really careful not to get any dirt that's on your filter inside. There, now we got our filter out. So when it comes down to cleaning your air filter, there's lots of different ways to do it and lots of different things you can use, but the cleaner that comes from Twin Air or any of the manufacturers I find work the best because that's what it's designed to do and it's not going to harm your air filter. So that's what we're going to be using. So once you get your cleaner in your bucket, you want to take your oil filter, you want to completely submerge it. Press down. I like to let it soak in there for a couple minutes first before we start. So once the air filter's had a chance to soak in there good, you just want to take it and you're going to press down. You kind of want to squeeze it like that a bunch. Just get it working in and out. You don't want to wring it out because you're risk tearing it. So once you've done that quite a few times, got it nice and clean, get as much of that out as you can, save it for next time. Remember, don't wring it out, risk tearing it. Just squeeze as much out as you can. So, take this bucket, start over here. So this is just warm water. We're just going to rinse our filter before we oil it. Try and get all the cleaner out. So after you've got it all rinsed out, you're going to want to let it dry. And when you after it dries, you're going to want to inspect it. And you're going to want to look for cracks and see if there's any cuts in it. And as you can see on this one, it's missing. There's supposed to be a little rubber piece there. And this is missing that one. So we're going to replace this. And if you flip to the inside, you're going to want to check all the seams and just look for cracks of any sort. And on this one, it's kind of wore out there. So that'd be another reason to replace this. Alright, since our last filter was destroyed, I'm going to be showing you how to oil a new filter. But it's the same process. Once you let yours dry, after you rinse it, you're going to want to take your oil. Again, for your oil choices, I always go with the Stuff by Twin Air or another manufacturer for air filters. So you're going to want to take your air filter, put it in, try and get it to soak up the oil. Make sure you get oil everywhere. Don't miss any spots. So then you're going to want to, with the same technique as before, just squeezing, don't wring it out, but get most of the oil out. So, once you got all the oil squeezed out of it, you don't want it soaking. We're going to want to hang it up. So just find somewhere easy to hang it up. You're going to let that hang for at least 2 hours before you put it back on the bike, and I'll show you how to do that. Alright guys, so now our air filter is drying out with the oil on it. We're going to take the inside screen and we're just going to take some contact cleaner, just spray it, make sure you get any dirt off there. Take a rag, piece of paper towel, just get all the excess dirt and just make sure there's nothing there. There we go. So now we're almost ready to put the air filter back on. So we're going to take some of our cleaner again, spray it on some paper towel or rag. Just clean the inside of that. Make sure you clean the outside where the seal is. A couple inches away from it just to be sure. You don't want to knock any dirt in there while we're putting in the air filter. So the next step is you just got to put the cage back into the air filter and just make sure your hole lines up with the tab that sticks out. Pretty self-explanatory, just slides over. So we're going to be careful not to get any dirt into it. There we go. Now we just got to put our wing nut back in. So the last step, we just got to put our wing nut back in. So it simply just slides through that little rubber hole that my other one was missing. And you just got to find the threads, screw it in there. Once it's in there nice and tight, I like to run my hand around it all the way and just make sure it's sealed properly. And then we gotta throw our seat back on. So once you slide the seat back on, it's just these 2 bolts on the side, in case you forgot. Okay, now we got a new air filter, we're ready to go ripping.